How do you price your art? That is one of the biggest topics in the art world and one way too complicated to cover fully in a short video. So I am going to write a little blog post on that for you. But I do want to cover a couple things. And one thing you want to take into consideration is whether or not you want to sell based off of volume, moving a lot of work and generating a buzz, or value, maybe selling at a higher price point. Maybe you don't make as much work. I will say that it is much easier to go down in price once you get started than it is to go up. So take that into consideration. And I think there are really two popular models that are generally used as a baseline for pricing artwork. One is time and materials. What is the cost of the materials? Maybe you mark them up by a certain margin, and then how long does it take to create that piece? Multiply that by an hourly rate. The other model is a square footage price. Maybe you price based off of square inch, square foot. This is a 3 foot by 3 foot piece, 9 square feet. Maybe I sell it for $200 per square foot. That's $1,800. $400 per square foot. That's $3,600. I happen to go off of a base using the square footage model, but I also do a hybrid where I will look at the time, the energy that goes into the piece. Is it a specialty piece? And at the end of the day, I decide my value. You decide your value, and you can always adjust. But this will at least help you get started and have a baseline. Look at other artists that have similar levels of experience, maybe a similar type of work, similar family, type of energy. You can use that at least as a starting point and a gauge to figure out what works for you.